This is awkward occurrence or awkward entertainment. So I'm gonna get into a family that was camping beside the Smith family. And what I want to say about that family is why wasn't that family targeted, but Cleo Smith family was targeted? Because this family had 4 kids, had 2 boys, a younger girl and a teenage girl. Looks like 5 kids, 2 teenage girls, and 3 younger children. So, what made Cleo Smith so special in this story to be targeted rather than this family? Because this terribly written script. One bad written script. Well, they're all bad written scripts, but let's get into this video and I will commentate throughout. So a GoFundMe page was created for the Smith family. They raised $87,000. The organizer of this GoFundMe was Bill Kent. However, Bill Kent has stopped accepting donations at the request of Ellie Smith and her stepfather Jake. So they're no longer, as of Monday, accepting donations for this GoFundMe. It has stopped at $87,000. This makes me think very soon, maybe in the next 48 hours, we're going to find out what happened to Cleo Smith. Let's continue. Now, this is just recently released in Australia. Lead investigator says suspected abduction more than likely an opportunistic type event. Opportunity. There were more kids than Cleo out there. So how can it be an opportunistic type event when she was the only one targeted? Opportunistic how? She had both her parents with her, plus her baby sister. Let's read this. The lead investigator in the search for Cleo Smith says it's more than likely the 4-year-old girl was taken in an opportunistic type event. She was inside the tent with her parents. The tent was zipped up. May not have been fully zipped up, but it was zipped up. What makes a abductor so brazen to go into such a small tent and take a child? But let's continue. The search for Cleo enters the day 17 today after she was last seen in the early hours of Saturday morning on October 16th in her family's tent. Now, the timeline seems to change when she went missing. Let's continue to read. They're thinking, well, 3 a.m. is when she went missing after a car was heard screeching away from a campsite. The detectives say we know they got there on Friday night. So the family arrived Friday night. It was getting dark and there would have been limited opportunity for people to observe Cleo at that time. So the family didn't get there during the daytime. They got there that night. We stated that Cleo woke up at 1:30 a.m., was given a drink by her mom, and then at 6:30 a.m. or shortly after 6 a.m. she's gone. So that's the time frame we're looking at. They're looking at the time frame after 6 a.m. So why are we still worried about a car at 3 a.m.? But the time frame is maybe the detective misspoke here. Maybe he misspoke. Because at 6 a.m., after 6 is when the parents allegedly called the police. Here he states they're looking at a time frame after 6 is when she disappeared. Which one is it? If she disappeared after 6, wouldn't that say the parents had something to do with it? Because they called the police at 6. So maybe he misspoke. Let me continue on. It was getting dark and there may have been limited opportunities. So how is it an opportunist event, an opportunist event. You have a family of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. I don't know if they were in a tent or in an RV. You could have went after them. I'm pretty sure they were all asleep, but you went after Cleo. I'm pretty sure you had other families out at the camp. You could have went after this so-called imaginary abductor, but they went after Cleo. Let's continue. This goes on to talk about the family right here, pictured on the left. They made a statement, they're bloggers, how they were terrified. They were 100 meters away. It goes on to talk about their experience. Let's continue. And that's really it. That is really it. So a GoFundMe was set up. It stopped at $87,000. The parents wanted it stopped. That was just recently. Makes me think there's going to be some breaking news in this case in 48 hours. The police, the detective, maybe misquoted. Maybe he misspoke when he said they're looking at a timeline of Cleo going missing after 6 a.m. But again, you're still looking for the discretion away car at 3 a.m. Do we have a website? So go check out this website. There's a podcast at the bottom, 13 minutes long, about Cleo Smith. Go check out this article. This is the name of the article. Cleo Smith, lead investigator, said suspected abduction, more than likely an opportunistic type of event. Right. Any abductor out there at the campsite had many opportunities to grab any kid. In this story, in this event, in this nationally staged event, they had any opportunity to grab any kid. All these kids. But here's a poster of Cleo Smith. Have you seen Cleo? She was last seen at 1:30 a.m., even though police are looking at a timeline of after 6 a.m. from the campsite blowhole. Please call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-666-000. Again, that is 1-800-666-000. All right, let me get up out of here. This has been Awkward Occurrence, Awkward Entertainment, and I will see you in the next video.